Is up, Cowboys Nation? Good morning. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Hey, appreciate all the support. Got to say that first and foremost, man. You guys have been tremendous. Appreciate all the new subscribers. If you are new to the channel, make sure you take a moment, man. Hit that subscribe, hit that alert bell. We've got a lot of great interviews, a lot of former player Cowboys coming into the cave. We're working through this off season. So tonight, if you guys don't know, we got Crawford Kirk coming inside my domain, inside the Cowboys cave. He was offensive lineman for the Cowboys in the mid 80s into the very early 90s. He was part of that transition of Tom Landry to Jimmy Johnson, and he was the old guard. So, we hear a lot about the new guard when they kind of took over. This is the old guard. This is the guard that kind of, I don't want to say they got moved out, but when Jimmy Johnson came in, he brought a new attitude and really a new practice habit. And some of the veterans, they looked at it and say, "Hey, man, this ain't college. I've been done with college, so cut." They kind of moved on. But anyway, it worked out well for the Dallas Cowboys, and Crawford Kurtz worked out well for him. Very successful businessman after his career. So we're going to talk about the Cowboys, talk about that time, share some great stories. Might have a surprise guest coming in to have some fun with us. So again, if you guys are new to the channel, you don't want to miss that one. That's going to be live 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central tonight. So make sure you guys definitely check that out. But, the drama with the Cowboys, it's like all I want to do is just focus on football, enjoy the off season, get charged up, get hyped up, and get ready to get this next season started, get that bad taste out of our mouth from the playoffs. Unfortunately, that's been a common occurrence, and I'm getting a little sick of it. So the offseason hasn't gone as I think a lot of Cowboy fans expected. We were all out for blood. We wanted, heads to roll. We wanted to see some fresh faces, and all we've seen is some guys depart. Mostly role players. Yeah, there's Tony Pollard, moving on, but I think that was inevitable. I think Tyron Smith, inevitable. But you would have liked to see them bring some guys in. You would have liked to see them bring some guys in to replace them. So it looks like they're going, standard MO with the Cowboys over the past decade or so is they're going to build it through the draft. So with this draft, we've done some mock drafts. We've been bringing in, all the experts, kind of figuring out what we're going to do. Won't know for a couple of weeks, but the one thing I do know, their first 3 picks better be starters. They better be starters, and they better be guys that can contribute. There is no room for error in this draft. And, with the drama with CeeDee and the contract, Dak and going into his last year, are they going to re-sign him or extend him and give him a new deal? And then Parsons is, that's lurking. I think CeeDee gets worked out. I'd be shocked. I just don't think he's young. He's our best offensive weapon. He's an 88. I don't see Jerry allowing him to walk anywhere, and he'll end up being the highest paid receiver when his contract's said and done. But, you've got guys, creeping in behind him with a contract. So you know how it goes. The longer you wait, and the price never goes down. So I don't really understand the thought process. But again, I'm not in the finance world of the Cowboys or the NFL. But when I see other teams being proactive, signing their guys early, getting those extensions done. Look at what Philly's been doing. You got to give them credit. They've been getting their guys signed. So there's a way to do it. I just don't know the Cowboys' philosophy, or they don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, some would say that. So we just got to see what happens. But I think that'll get worked out. Dak Prescott, we've talked that probably ad nauseum. I think it's going to get worked out, but every day that goes by, it just makes you wonder. Some of the things that were said in the media, it's kind of mixed signals, mixed messages. I would be a little disappointed, be probably very disappointed if they allow him to go into the last year of his contract without extending him, because my thing is you can't get nothing for him. And if he goes into his last year and can walk, I mean, they're just going to let him walk out the door with nothing in return. I don't know if that should, that's just not smart business. If you're unhappy with Dak, I've said it a million times, just cut the cord, go in with Trey Lance, talk to Dak, try and work out a trade. He has a no trade clause, but I guarantee you, if you tell him, hey, we're going to be moving on with Trey Lance this year, we'd like to put you somewhere, then I think that would happen. So hopefully they get this thing worked out with Dak Prescott one way or the other. He gets a lot of the blame. He is a lightning rod for the Cowboys. He's a lightning rod for the haters. He's a lightning rod for the media. So, what he's going through in Dallas is a little bit different, a lot different than any other quarterback. And I could name you a ton of quarterbacks that have less the credentials that he has, but don't face near the scrutiny by this fan base and also by the media. So curious to see how this thing's going to work out. And then Micah Parsons, I don't think anything's going to happen with Micah Parsons anytime soon, but he's not going anywhere. Again, Dallas is not going to just move on from him. He's the franchise guy on the defense. He is still in his prime. So I think all of this stuff gets worked out with the exception of Dak. I just don't know, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of at a 50-50 right now of what'll happen. But you don't like that going into the season, and it's just another off season of drama. Now, I always think, is this drama created by the media? Is this created by the Cowboys? Is this created by the fans? There's a little mixture of everything. It's probably a little mixture of everything. But you wonder, do the Cowboys, is this their motive? Is this their motive to leak things about Micah Parsons? Is this their motive to, leak things about CeeDee Lamb? I don't know, man. I find it hard to believe, but, been around the block long enough that nothing would surprise me. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm hoping that we're not in the middle of the Raiders Al Davis era. For those who you don't remember, Al Davis was a longtime owner for the Raiders, one of the faces of the NFL, was a great owner, in the early days. And as he got older, things seemed a little odd with the Raiders organization, from the culture, from who they drafted, from the coaches, from decision-making. And, they were just kind of floating around and living on the Raider mystique and, the culture, the cultural, presence of the Raiders, in the hip hop community. When I grew up, in my era, man, everyone but me had a Raiders hat, and all that kind of stuff. So it's I don't know where we're going with that, but love to get you guys' opinion. But just wanted to come on, give you guys a good morning. Hopefully you guys have a great day, but more importantly, just a big thank you to all the new subscribers. I love doing, working this channel. It's something that's a stress relief for me. I love my Cowboys, as hopefully you guys can see. And it's going to be really cool to get a former Cowboy live in the cave. And it's so funny because I actually do have he's in a picture. It's hard to get pictures of some of these guys, but I did have kind of like a painting, and I'll show it tonight. It's Crawford Kerr blocking for Herschel Walker and Tony Dorsett. And you think about that guy. Crawford Kerr blocked for Herschel Walker, Tony Dorsett, and Emmitt Smith. Three of the more iconic running backs in the NFL history, but also with the Dallas Cowboys. So it's going to be a good time. We're going to have a lot of fun. Some of the stories I'm going to tell you, maybe they're, they get over to the PG-13 and stuff. Some of these stories these guys have, it was just a different era of life. It was a different era of the NFL. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. You guys have a great day. Hope to see you out in the cave, and hope to see you out at AT&T very soon. I'm going to bring the hype. I'm hating stuff now. I'm not as happy with what's going on, but hey, man, when kickoff happens, I'm all in with my Cowboys. Ride or die, good or bad. Hopefully it'll be more good than bad, but we're going to see what happens. So I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Take care.